or really cold temperatures. Now, if you could stay with us, that would be great. Force of Nature Extended is next. We're going to show you some of the best video of the week and update you on a very important story out of California because of Friday's earthquake.
Thanks so much for that, Suzanne, because this is the second nor'easter to hit Atlantic Canada, the last one last week, and that brought us all that snow. Taking a look at the satellite imagery, the cloud tops first, to give you an idea of how this is pushing in. Newfoundland, very cloudy conditions. This is really ramping up for you throughout the day and into tomorrow. We can see that pushing in. But across the Maritimes, it has been extremely active. This is a day, if you're in areas like Moncton, Fredericton, PEI, that you need to have that ice scraper before heading out the door, because we do have that ice accretion, as Suzanne was just showing us, really just layered on that car. A number of warnings still in place. The freezing rain. Now, we have seen that transition to rain for many throughout the overnight as temperatures did warm up, but they're going to cool back down late day into the evening. As temperatures hover around that 0-degree mark, that's where it gets really tricky to forecast if you're going to see snow, rain, or freezing rain. So very temperature dependent. If you're north of Moncton, all snow for you there. Bathurst, you are under that blizzard warning. So very, very poor conditions to be out on the road, especially for this morning. Let's take a look at that rainfall warning. We have that in place, Halifax included. Again, the risk for later for the freezing rain in southern parts of Nova Scotia. So waking up to rain, changing over throughout the day, but we can't even rule that out throughout the morning. You could even see some patchy freezing rain as well. Inverness County dealing with those gusts of up to 120 kilometers an hour. Wreckhouse, also some windy conditions. If you're in Quebec City, we're dealing with the wind as well, very strong for today, and that's all courtesy of this nor'easter. Let's take a look at some additional warnings that have been put in place. These have expanded throughout the overnight. A winter storm warning for much of southern Newfoundland, a snowfall warning as well. Heading to Moncton now, we have had a number of photos, but you can also post them on our website, upload.theweathernetwork.com. Those winds are going to be a story again. They aren't expecting them to be as strong as with this last system that we did have, but still 60 or above. That's in the pink there. So gusting quite strong as we head throughout the morning. The rainfall, what we're looking at, 20 to 40 millimeters for areas like Sydney and far southern parts of Nova Scotia. Along the southern shores, we're looking at some rain, but we're also looking at snow. So areas like St. Mary's, expect to see a very messy mix and some slushy conditions. Up to 35 centimeters of snow, Miramichi's included. Halifax, lesser amounts, but that changeover will happen throughout the day Tuesday as it really does cool down. St. Mary's, you could see 40 centimeters. Stay with us. More on your Storm Watch.
The Strip comfortably. Now is the best time to revel in the sights and sounds of this incredible city.
It is going to be a bit below seasonal on Tuesday, 18 degrees in Las Vegas, but we are going to see that sunshine.
When are we going to see some improvements? Well, that's back to you.
Thanks for that, Suzanne. Not anytime soon. So stepping out the door, if you're heading to work this morning across Atlantic Canada, you can expect to see some very poor driving conditions. Let's take a look at those cloud tops, just where this system is, because it has been taking its time to make its way through, courtesy of a blocking high to the north, but now making its way further northeast. Newfoundland getting into the action today, throughout the day, and into tomorrow. It is going to be messy, really ramping up later on for you. Across the Maritimes, that's where we are dealing with this active weather and continue to see it. As Suzanne mentioned, it is windy out there, yes, but we're also dealing with the freezing rain, and that has been a huge issue for those of you who already have so much snow on the ground. Now it's the freezing rain you have to deal with on top of that. Now, southern parts of Nova Scotia, temperatures warmed up throughout the overnight. We have seen that transition to rain, but later on today, we're expecting it to go back to freezing rain, and we could see some prolonged hours of freezing rain. So watch out for that if you do have plans later on. A blizzard warning further towards the north, Bathurst included. If you're north of Moncton, this has been a snowy story for you. Also for eastern parts of Quebec, we have been dealing with that snow. Eastern Ontario, that was yesterday into yesterday morning. A rainfall warning to the south, that remains in effect, but also those gusty conditions, Inverness County to Wreckhouse. You could see those winds gusting between 100, even up to 120 kilometers per hour as we head throughout the day. We'll take a look at those sustained wind speeds in just a moment, but first, if you're in Newfoundland, this is taking more of a southerly track. So northern parts of the island, not expecting to see too much. It's southern parts where we are looking looking at that winter storm warning and also a snowfall warning. Right along the southern shorelines, we're looking at some mixing with the rain, and we also can't rule out some ice pellets, possibly freezing rain for you as well. Speaking of the freezing rain, does that ever look hard to drive on? Just really thick slush with those ice pellets, the freezing rain, the snow, and the rain mix. Not a pretty sight out there. The winds will continue to be strong as we head throughout the day. The pink here, those are sustained winds of 60 kilometers an hour or above. Now, as mentioned, this is taking its time. It's really holding on. It's not going anywhere throughout today, this evening, and holding on for Tuesday as well. Tuesday night, temperatures cool down, and that's when we will see that transition back to snow across the Maritimes. Newfoundland still holding on for that Tuesday. Some very gusty conditions, and even into your Wednesday. So how much... And with sunshine, it's looking quite nice right now, 27 degrees, so above seasonal, a beautiful day for your Tuesday. You're waking up to sunshine in Vancouver today. A nice break from the rainy weekend. 4 degrees for the afternoon. Well, to start off the morning, I should say. Warming up into the afternoon closer to 11. So it will feel more seasonal for you. Further east we go across Atlantic Canada, dealing with that active weather. Northwestern Ontario throughout the day into southeastern parts of Manitoba. That's where you need to watch out for the snow and blowing snow. It is going to be cold in Thompson, minus 24. Maybe you're heading on a road trip, and if you are, we would love to see your photos. Some of them to highlight right now that have been sent in to us. Look at this beautiful shot of the sky. How pretty is that? To do so, you can use the hashtag road trip and upload them to our website, theweathernetwork.com. Road trips can be so much fun, can't they? Let's show some photos that have been sent in by you. This one's just beautiful of the rainbow. A couple others here having fun, the whole family together, driving along. If you have photos to send us, we would love to see them. You can use the hashtag road trip and upload them to theweathernetwork.com. And with sunshine, it's looking quite nice right now, 27 degrees, so above seasonal, a beautiful day for your Tuesday. If you're in Moncton, you didn't only see the snow, you saw the freezing rain, the ice pellets, and even some rain mixed in. Not a pretty drive out there this morning. Many are talking about this on social media using the hashtag ATL Storm. I want to share with you a couple comments. JF Brownlee says the ATL Storm, Atlantic Storm, is getting old. If you are heading out, take your time and be patient on the highways. Dana has tweeted, the team is in the field live. We have our very own Suzanne Leonard there and Nathan Coleman. And one more tweet here. Nate says, a thick coating of ice in parts of New Brunswick. More on that coming up.